So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Let's Play Legend of Grimrock 2, the long playthrough, vanilla game, Lost City, Final Adventure, and the Guardians. We have done the vanilla game, we've done Lost City, now we're at the Final Adventure. Why? Because, technically, the Guardians was there before the Final Adventure was there, but by the storyline, you first do Final Adventure, then your people go into the freezer, and then they wake up at the Guardians. Besides, it makes sense to get people or to transfer your heroes into the Guardians and into Final Adventure, because in Final Adventure your guys are already heroes called for a quest. In the Guardians, they are the special forces of the transdimensional fortress that travels around to save universes, so it makes sense that they don't pick level 1 guys, but the really hard guys. So, we take our specials and off we go. So this is the Adventurers Guild. There's a few things you should know about this dungeon. First of all, if you import characters like I did, you will not be able to learn any new skills. Not possible. Second, the skills, any new spells, you can learn new skills, you cannot learn new spells. Second, the skills have changed. For example, when you know Constitution normally only gives you a bonus to carrying capacity. Here, it gives you a lot of bonuses. Like, you can eat food without negative consequences, carrying capacity increased, you don't use food while you're climbing or digging, and your health regeneration is increased. Same goes, for example, with nimbleness. You've got a cooldown on top, and you've got an evade chance on top. And perception, you get a bonus to finding stuff. So there is a lot of things that have changed, but remember, you cannot learn any new spells if you imported your characters. With that being said, we've got this letter. We'll be undersigned when to take the Carrie Belleth assignment, whatever it might be. Payment for your services and delivery of destruction guaranteed by the Adventurers Guild. So these guys pay. We could heal, but we have no reason to. We could change the difficulty of the game to get additional score, stronger monsters, more food consumption, and yeah, we're already playing in hard, so that's okay. So off we go. Don't think about the equipment. All the equipment will be gone any second now. Anyhow. This mod is, or this dungeon is one of the best, if not the best. I prefer the Guardians, but I must admit that Final Adventure is more advanced. I mean, you even get your own little cutscene here. You've got this rock thing that delivers the stuff. Your first letter, welcome to my domain. Adventurers employees might not have warned you about the side effects of translocation. All your gear was disintegrated during the transfer. I hope you're not one of those people who make a problem out of this. The second minor inconvenience is that the portal has taken you to a long abandoned place. I can't find the time to reconfigure coordinates. So your current task is to get to my residence. If you manage to survive during the process, consider that you have passed the test task. Thank you, sir. That is all okay. So, keep in mind that this is made all with a lot of love to detail. So there is a lot of stuff to pick up. If there is this holes in the wall like this one here, you can most of the time get something out of it. Yeah, we hit like a truck. This is hard, but we hit like a truck. Honestly, we hit like a truck. Like a really mean truck. You can now see that also the fact changed that most of the items now are stackable, like all food items are stackable. Please keep in mind above all else that if you import your characters, do not try to load to learn a spell, because if you do, the game will crash. So we'll do a little bit of diving. This is saltweed. That is a new reagent. It is used to make food. Oh, we have a problem with air. Not really a problem. Time. Of course, we want. Ah, crap! He got away. We want all the fish in the sea, right? Every last one of these little buggers. Because, yeah, don't worry about the damage from breathing, because we have a lot of hit points. Holy hell. I mean, we're the real heroes here. This has changed. The loincloth was totally useless. Now it's evasion +1, which is pretty nice. Also, always look at your surroundings. There is a lot of stuff hidden here. A lot of stuff hidden. Like rocks and other stuff. I will try to mark down all secrets that I find so that if you play the game, you can just look for the secrets. We have to put something down here. Now you can hear it that does something. It is not so with all the drains, but with some of them. Super well done here with hiding the button. Okay. And down we go. We cannot yet cast light, so normally I would do this in a different way, but in this case I will try to get the magic stick, the casting spell stick as fast as possible, just so that we can see something. Yes, I could also use torches, that's true. Let's not bother ourselves with things like that. This, oh, I think it was here. This is a stick. Not necessarily the weapon of my choosing. Do not wonder again, we are real killers. We're level 17 monsters. Always now look at all the alcoves because there could be stuff here. This is a new type of armor. It is the sand mole. And whenever you get a set together, you get extra experience. I'm not making this up. Every set has a special effect. And you gain something extra for it. So that's amazing, right? I think it's here. Whoa, he was tougher than I thought. Yeah, our weapons are kind of not so powerful at this point. But this should be... Ah, yes, yes. Excellent. Look at that. Now we can see something. There are also magic weapons now. With bonuses to hit and stuff. So pretty cool. Everything has improved a lot in this game. Like massively. So, secret number 1. Not even sure I'm writing this correctly, but I'm legasthenic, so I might be forgiven. For those of you who don't know what that is, I cannot, for the love of it, do any good writing. Yeah, you thought I missed it, but I didn't. Always look in the drainages. That is good. Very important stuff. That is very good. I'm not even sure this counts as a secret. Does it? It does. It does. Amazing. Very nice. Oh, these guys. If you are playing Eye of Atlantis, my most preferred dungeon is the Guardians, followed by the Wormroot, followed by Final Adventure. My son's most beloved dungeon is Eye of Atlantis. And if you play Eye of Atlantis and you come to these skeletons, they're more like ghostly skeletons then. And these things are super dangerous because they can steal experience. I'm not making this up. By the way, collect as many torches as you can, because there is a secret where you will need a lot of torches, if I remember that correctly. So yeah, that will be a thing of its own. With that being said, yay! Drainages. I tell you, drainages. That's the secret. Is this one here special? No, it's not. With the push of a button. Food. Trust me, food will become a problem. In the beginning, you were asked if you want to increase the difficulty by increasing the food consumption. That is food consumption based on your level. So, boy, be careful with that, because mining, for example, which is new in this game, costs you food or makes your character hungry. So, you will run out of every possible resource you can think of in absolutely no time. Yes, you can make food here yourself, but trust me, you will never be able to make enough food if you put that too high and then have level 18 people. You will just die from starvation. As easy as that. This is recipes, stones. Never forget to look in the cracks in the walls. We do not have any underwater weapons at this point. Alchemy formula. Toxic potions is a mud word. Beneficent. This is impossible for reason. Just throw it at your opponent. The effect won't be as dramatic, but it's better than nothing. It's better than nothing. He's right with that. Is there anything we want to throw? Scroll of poison. Bolt. Yeah, I think we throw that. Bam! We evaded just in time. Very nice. Pants. I think the people in the front should wear the pants. Nothing else here, okay. Oh yeah, ammunition. Ammunition is ammunition. That, by the way, is a heavy weapon. In the old games, in the vanilla game, this is a light weapon. It is now a heavy weapon, which makes it perfect for us. Trust me, this will pay off later. You can see this moving here. That will be a secret for later on. The game is a little bit laggy at the moment. I hope that is nothing to be concerned about. We don't have any underwater weapons, which makes this a little bit tedious. But we outmaneuvered him. Yeah, that's just meat. A lot of meat moving, actually. Are we outmaneuvered? No, we're not. We're fine. For the moment there, I thought we were outmaneuvered. You think this is a lot of food? Think again. It is not. We'll be out of food in no time. Oh, we might not have enough lockpicks. We might not have enough lockpicks. Because I'm pretty sure we'll use one lockpick up in a second. Then we do not have enough lockpicks to get the second chest. Which is a problem. Then on the other hand, I have a personal weakness for making more lockpicks than I need and ending up in a game with a bunch of lockpicks that I totally wasted gems on. And there we have it. Okay, that is, I think, part of the set. Horn cap. Recipe. Spices. Try to add them to rotten meat caps. It's a dagger, and that's a pie. Pies are super in terms of dealing with your hungry people. They have a very, very high nutritional value. Same goes for bread rolls and stuff. Or grim cap rolls, as they're called here. Torches, as I mentioned, torches, always great. Love torches. Torches, big stuff. Worn cap. Sandals! Okay, you will be... That is the sand mole cap. Yes, this is the worn cap. Torn, tattered, worn sandals. He's really terrible in terms of equipment. Yes, he is. Try not to miss anything. Has the light faded? No. Light is still active. It's just getting darker. But that's fine with me. I have the feeling I'm missing something, but that's okay. I really need another lockpick. Yeah, that was close. There's no reason for us to get up there and do the secret now because we don't have the lockpick at this point. Yeah, we do not have lockpicks. A shame, a shame. Oh crap, didn't see you in time. And down it goes. It didn't leave anything behind, which is strange. Ah, there is meat. Okay, I take that back. There is meat. Potion. I'm trying to bring someone, you know, to do the potion carrying and someone to do the food carrying, just to try to bring some order into all this chaos. So now we have a quick way down. I still think we're missing something. There should have been more... We killed one of them, right? And she didn't leave anything behind. Okay, I think we can take our letter back. Thank you. Oh, screw it. We'll leave the letter here. Even though it's a very nice letter, it was written with a lot of love. That is, I think, the sand mole. No, it's worn. Is there a worn set? I don't think there is a worn set. But this is another secret, right? Secret. Perfection. Now, as we are here and we have some kind of light, there is another secret here. There is a torch. Very important torch. And here is it, and push it deep into the drainage. That is the way where you can get the next secret. You first have this one here. You get experience every time you do a secret. Secret. Okay. Okay. Fire burst. Another thing that is different from this to other games, to other dungeons, is you can only cast a spell if your characters know it. So you must have to find the scroll first, otherwise you will not be able to cast any spells. Which means that is another secret. But we should keep in mind that we did not open this chest. So we mark it for later use. But we're not done yet. No. There is more. Did I pick up everything down here? I hope I did. So, where are my torches? It is foolish to let the torch burn here, but that's fine with me in this case. Secret. I'm writing that wrong all the time. Because we might need that later on. Ooh, super snail. Super dead snail. You look at this, you think, oh yes, I get a gem, but that's not the real secret. The real secret is that if you put another one in here, you get da-da-da-da, another secret. Yes. I think there are about 20 secrets here. Secret. Which is absolutely beautiful. That is another piece of this armor set of the... This thing here is fantastic. Look what it does. You get a extra experience, and you know that there's 22 secrets. 22 secrets, ladies and gentlemen, in one dungeon. Just think of the work you have to do. This is the Book of Secrets. This is absolutely amazing. Just think of all the work that did go into this. This is insane. This is insane levels of work. Putting 100 secrets into one dungeon, and this is not the only dungeon. Well, 22 secrets into one dungeon, and this is not the only dungeon, I mind you. There is a lot of dungeons here. That is simply unbelievable work. That is simply absolutely fantastically cool, impressive, fantastic. I love it. With that being said, we must keep moving, right? This is now open. Yeah, if you take this, all hell will break loose, but that's fine with me. They've got help from the other side as well, but we got this! Yeah, we could cast fire stuff, I know that. We could cast fire stuff. And I'm not even evading these guys because we're so powerful. So, sandals. Okay. Tribal shield. That door, that is more or less useless. There is a letter here. If you want to change the color of the prison, of the path of the poison, bring a jewel in his cover. So they want us to bring a green gem here. We don't have a green gem at this point, but we might. We might, if we play our cards right. These little guys are super dangerous because they're poisonous as hell, normally. And my guys have good vitality, so they have some poison resistance, but not as much as you might think. Not as much as they should have in order to take no damage at all. Those of you who have seen the last dungeon I did know that if you're totally immune to poison, you might miss on some secrets. We're not missing on a secret. We're getting them all. Okay, we're getting hit by poison a little bit, but that's fine. Another secret, ladies and gentlemen. But not the only one. If you keep your eyes open, you will notice there is a pressure plate there that we will immediately get ourselves. Now the door is open. Oh, we get a pie. So, you say, Boris, is this a secret? Yes, it is. It is an important secret because if I play my cards right, it will help us to the next secret. This is the green gem. Very important. This will need it. Secret. Very good. We do not have an underwater fighting weapon, so we cannot do all the secrets here. We could throw underwater bombs. We could throw bombs to destroy the underwater obstacles. But let's be honest, that is a little bit out of the, you know, that's a little bit too much. So. And look at that, another secret. Beautiful. This is resist all +2. I know. It's +2 is not that big, but it is something, you know? It's better than nothing. So, with that being said, we have even more to do down here, right? Who took the horn? He has the horn. Okay, because the horn will be important what we do next. Before we do anything else, we'll use our keys here and get ourselves more food, a gem, a necklace, a potion, and a golden key, which will become very, 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 very important. With that being said, let's move. Die. So we can buy the pedestal mortar here, the shovel, the rope, and the cooking set, which is very good. He also has recipes, healing potion, and energy potion, and cooking, salt wheat, and fish to smoke property. But honestly, we could do some additional secrets, right? Mushroom for free. Another mushroom for free. And a horn fruit for free. Always get the feeling I'm missing something, but because there's so much good stuff. It's literally everywhere. Oh, she's already fleeing. And then she got backstabbed by 200 points of damage. Holy hell. That hurts big time. Now you can see that there is some tree stuff in the way. I think we missed a fish. And by throwing that, we can get everything out of the way, and our last stone will get on the pressure plate and give us a secret. Please keep in mind that healing is super expensive here. When you play the vanilla game or when you play Lost City, you have healing stations for free. This is not the case here. No, no, sir. You will have to pay a blue gem for your healing. So it's not like you're getting that for free. That are the pants, and that should... Oh, it's not yet the set, okay. Yeah, we're still missing the gloves. We're still missing the gloves for the set, but this is, ladies and gentlemen, another secret. Beautiful. I know that's not how you write secrets. Please let me be. We're totally overloaded. Ooh, the buckler. That is a piece of another set, of the tribal set. So if you wonder, that set is the tribal set. Also a very good set in the beginning. It's light armor, so you only equip it if you have light armor. Otherwise, your evasion will suffer. And evasion is better than armor. Why? Armor reduces the incoming damage. Evasion protects you from getting hit in the first place. So if you have to choose, always go for evasion. There are some things you cannot evade. For example, damage from... Oh, what's it called? Spikes. Cannot evade damage from spikes, but... yeah, still. Oh, I should put that here. Mushrooms. I must be careful because there will be another tree guy. Yeah, we could absolutely use magic with our magic ability because we have considerable magical abilities. And do you know... oh, that is good. That is... pale nut. Ah, another wormroot. Always look for those things. 145. Yeah, we're cutting through this, but that's the idea because... I mean, we've been pranked by this guy. He took our equipment, which was expensive, and he loaded us up in the wilderness, more or less. So yeah, we're fine. And we're ready to give this guy what he deserves. Oh. Open up, sesame. That is another cloak. That is cake or pie. Recipe or spices. Add spices to animal meat. Please keep in mind that someone wrote all this. Literally wrote all this down. So that's a piece of work. Sadly, we cannot fight underwater, so there is not a lot we can do besides that. However... was it here? Or was it one more up? We're starving. What does starving mean? Starving means you do half damage. I think it was here where you have to throw the rock. Yeah. Yeah, you can hear it in the background that there is noise. That is that rock thing going on. Nice armor. Extra. Now they're all starting to starve. That's not a problem because... ooh, that's a better weapon than a stick in any case. That is another piece of loincloth. We have to use the horn now. Where is the horn? Here is the horn. So this is super... think! Someone did all this. There is the horn, and then this guy will move forward and activate the first pressure plate. We'll open this, and we find this letter. Wake up the gate, which we did. And then it says, I think give us back the horn or something. Return my horn. Ta-da! This is bread. Let's eat up. There is a golden key I like. We have to bring some order into this chaos, so that's what we're going to do. This is a pickaxe. We'll need that later on. We'll drop the weapons we have no active use for. And we will give you the maggot. We will give you the salted sausage. And we'll have to rearrange something because, technically speaking... yes, there is another secret. We'll come to that in a second. Technically speaking... Cooking has to do with alchemy. I know that sounds strange, but that's how it works. Cooking has to do with alchemy. So, that means that the person who's carrying all the food should be the same person who has a basic understanding of, you've guessed it, alchemy. So, that is alchemy formula. We'll put that here. That goes there. Weapons, this will take a second. I'm sad about this, but that is how it is. Organizing stuff takes some time. We'll drop food here for the second. I consider this a weapon. So, use... just try to make room for other stuff at the moment. Just trying to reorganize everything so that he can take all the food stuff, all the food creation stuff. Okay, so because he's the alchemist, when I remember that right. Yes, he's the alchemy guy, so he has to carry all the alchemy stuff. You see that my guys are tired. They should sleep. We have to put them to sleep now, which is costs a lot of food, so it's not the best choice to do that, but that's what it is. So that means I will make you the person who has the ready food. Who else is hungry? You eat up. This is lettuce, this is alchemy, this is food, this is golden keys, alchemy, food. Just trying to bring some order to this chaos, which is harder said than done. Food goes to him, potions go to her. We're trying to make order into this. So she will be there for potions and for bombs. That's the idea. And the leader, myself, will be for transporting all the quest stuff. And we'll make an extra cage, chest, box, only for torches. We have at this point 3 golden keys, 2 skulls. We don't need the skulls at this point. We'll put the skulls here for the moment. We'll need them later on, but not now. We have a lot of cheese, by the way. Turn my horn. That is poison cloud. This is food. This is weapons. Food. And torches. You're done. You're not done. You're done. And you have another golden key. And potions. And to bring order to the chaos. Tribal. We do not have any more lockpicks at this point. The food consumption, I tell you, food consumption is a problem. We could have rested longer, then we get a bonus for our regeneration, but that's okay. Welcome to my stronghold adventure. Let's assume that you've successfully passed and your complete quest for which I've invited you. Unfortunately, I don't have time to meet you in person, but my minions are here quite capable of providing you with everything you need for your assignment. So point to the point, I need power gems. I know for sure that the natives have them. Get them. I don't care how. That means this guy is not the good guy. For each gem you bring, you will receive a reward, and I will pay you more for each new power gem. When I've got enough power, we'll talk about returning home. They open the gates. But what we need more than the gates... Here we have to bring the power gems, torches, pickaxes, and for blue gems we'll get blocks. So of course there are also secrets here. Not kidding. One gets this one. Another one gets a blue gem. Open. And then look at this. Another secret. And this guy has humor. Because look at this. So you bribed my guards. Impressive ingenuity. Consider the contents of this pantry as the reward for your wits. But henceforth, try to focus on your search to look for outside of my stronghold. So he doesn't like us going in his place. That is... Who was the... You were the potions guy. This is willpower. Normally she will get all the willpower, but she already has willpower for days, right? And her resistance is already over the top, so that's okay. That is a potion of wisdom. That is a serpent staff to cast spells with. This is, again, shows us secrets, and this will tell us that there is actually 2 secrets on this level. We just found one, so guess what? There is more secrets here. With that being said, we have the mirror pendant. Normally you take this first, but we have so much experience, we'll not get to many levels anyway. We need the underwater weapon. We need the growing box. We need the earth for the growing box. Tome of Leadership, good. Tome of Aggression, good. Tome of Endurance. Now you wonder what that is. Tome of Endurance is actually the Endurance feat, and Tome of Aggression is the Endurance trait. From the beginning, when you create characters, you will notice that there is this thing. So we will give this to him, and we'll plant one of those and one of those. Here you can buy all the spells, not all the spells, but the simplest spells in the game. Dispel and shield and all kinds of shields and stuff and light. And light is pretty good, by the way. Nope. But yeah. We have to keep moving. Actually, I want you to take the food with us, because we'll need a lot of food. There is, you've guessed it, another secret here. Secret. That is a potion. Vitality. You need vitality. Another cake and a blue gem. Very nice. And he now moves on, and we can get there if we wanted. Or honestly, I can show you how mining works. And did you see how much that cost us in terms of food? That is amazing. Now comes a real problem. We cannot read this, and we cannot cast the spell, because if we try to cast a spell, the game will crash. And we don't want the game to crash. So we're kind of in a pickle here. We're kind of in a pickle. He's starving because when you start mining, you start getting hungry. We don't want our people hungry, so we're doing this. With that being said, we have 2 gold keys. So we want the shovel, and we want the cooking set. Hooray! With that being said, we get ready for underwater fighting. We only have 1 underwater weapon, but that is okay. And look who's dead. And there is another. I think I bought too many lockpicks again. This is a secret. You can go up here. And there is a million fish. And extra experience. And we can take the crystal now. 9 secrets on this level. So, There is another one here. Secret. Oh wait, I've forgotten something. And technically, we have learned underwater breathing in the last game, in the Lost City, but that does no longer work. Because it has been changed in this game, which means that it is no longer available. The spell for us. Where is the leather? Here's the leather. Just make sure we got everything. But I think we did. Okay. Time for even more, you've guessed it, secrets! Because we've thrown the stone, that means that this secret over here, not that to our left, but that to our right, now has also opened. Secret! Which gives us potions, stuff to read, stones, and you've guessed it, a lockpick. Isn't that beautiful? Oh. And another potion, thank you, sir. So, but we're not done, because when you remember, how many lockpicks we have? 3. We have now an underwater weapon, which means we can and should and must get our way through here to get even more secrets. Hey, you fish. Now, problem is there's some really nasty here, and this is that thing. Yeah, those things I tell you, they can wreck your party in no time. If you're not a high-level party like I am at this point, these things are super dangerous. Like, terrifyingly dangerous. They can do enormous amounts of damage in very, very short amounts of time. Why am I always doing this? Why am I doing this wrong? What's wrong with me? So, there is another secret here. Secret. That is a potion of evasion. Permanently increases your evasion by 2. Ooh, yeah. Do I love evasion or what? Now this bugger here is a lot more dangerous. That's not the normal eagle, you know, that is a lightning eagle. These guys can do a lot of damage and they can wound you. Remember, when you're wounded, you might lose the ability to cast spells if they hit you in the head or wound you in the head. You might be slower. He's obviously wounded, otherwise he wouldn't be maneuvering around. So yeah, this can become a problem. Please remember to drop a stone here, because there is a little secret. This goes to him. There is another chest. Sadly, nothing importante. But we find our first money. And when you look very, very closely, the face is that of the rat that I normally use for my son. Because he's so cute. And my son is so cute. I might not have mentioned that, but I think my son is the cutest. Okay, so far so good. Oh, we're drowning already. I should really go for underwater breathing, but this is easier said than done, because again, the game will crash if I try to get that. Anything else here? No, sadly not. We're drowning already. Cannot really look around a lot because the area is so hostile in terms of we cannot hold our breath long enough. Even though we have really, really high, what's it called? We have really high energy reserves, considering that we are technically barbarians. Another secret, please. Secret. I think we missed a secret here as well. I didn't write that down, right? There was one here as well. Secret. Please, if I forgot secrets, please tell me that I can mark them down. Shield potion goes to her. This is... I think this is the missing piece. Yes, look at that. +3 vitality and we gain 200 experience. Of course, you only get the vitality bonus if you are wearing the set. So if you're not wearing the set, nothing is happening. Or if you don't wear the entire set, nothing is in fact happening. With that being said... Oh, nearly getting old. I'm missing stuff. We're not entirely done yet. Because there is one more thing we can get our hands on, right? Okay, this is now super stupid, super dangerous, and super mindless because these things here are super dangerous. These slimes, I tell you, they're a problem. They're almost... They can attack in any direction instantly. And if you're not fast enough, you will not be able to kite this one. Because if it blocks the entrance, this is the only place where you can kite them. And you cannot kite two at the... Well, maybe you can kite two at the same time, but it will be really hard work. And now we have another underwater weapon, and I asked myself if I should really pay a golden key to get an underwater weapon, but I could not have gotten here without an underwater weapon, right? Hardly, I guess. Okay. Yeah, we want that. But this was not a secret, if I remember that correctly. I think we've got all the secrets here. Which means we can leave now. We've got trousers that nobody needs. Oh, wrong way. You've got trousers, you've got trousers, you've got trousers, everyone's got trousers. We've got one more golden, two more golden keys. So we're going for the rope. And we're going for the mortar and pedestal. Very nice. We have the pickaxe, so I can show you something. Even though it's foolish. Because the pickaxe will break after a certain amount of uses. We've got some food, we've got some potions, we've got ammunition nobody needs. And for this, what we just found, we got ourselves hungry, so that is basically a very, very bad idea to go for that. It's not even a secret. You're not getting anything out of this. We have the shovel, so we can shovel it. And he will be hungry after this, most likely. Okay. This goes to him. This is the bone amulet. This is the armor of energy. This is the potion of we don't need this. This is light. Okay, I think we did okay for the beginning. Welcome. Okay, that is the beginning. You bribed my guards. Okay, we got that already. That is nice. That is nice. We have 2 more lockpicks. We should actually try to get our hands on more. Yeah. We need a couple more, or at least 1 more pickaxe. Pickaxe. We're starving, so we've got a lot of fish. He has eaten up. We have Grimcap rolls. We can make the old Grimcap rolls edible again. With the right recipe. So, next time we will venture into the new area of Glades Domini. So, I really hope you love this game as I do, because it's absolutely outstandingly fantastic, beautiful. And we'll see you all then. Bye.